What's up guys, it is I, once again, Yusuf Al-Saned, and today guys I want to talk about and review Richard Linklater's 2014 coming-of-age drama, Boyhood, which he wrote and directed. And this is a film that Richard Linklater took about over a decade to film, 11 years to be exact. He initially wrote the script to Boyhood, and the story itself had several subplots, and each of these subplots had a fixed ending. Over the course of 11 years, however, Richard Linklater started to develop the script more and more, and with his muse who worked alongside him, and one of the supporting actors to Boyhood, Ethan Hawke, who was Richard Linklater's muse. He worked very closely with him. He helped develop the script with Linklater, and these two are very close friends in real life. And throughout the filming of Boyhood, Linklater along with Ethan Hawke managed to complete the script, and it really became an experience. It became such a profound experience to make this kind of film because the story expands over the course of 12 years, in which it follows the life of this young boy who is played by young child actor Ellar Coltrane, and he plays Mason Jr. And the story follows Mason Jr.'s life from the age of 6 to the age of 18, in which it basically shows us his growth from childhood to his adolescent years. It's such a profound experience to see the world through this young boy's eyes and how he evolves and grows over the course of 12 years. And the fact that Richard Linklater took over a decade to make this movie, filming each part of the film and having to develop the script as they continued on filming, it really is a monumental achievement in filmmaking. It doesn't really change anything in terms of storytelling or in terms of developing characters or plot, but just the experience of having to make this movie for over a decade. The fact that Richard Linklater took this much time to tell the story of this young boy and his family, his experiences with other people and those who would become his friends, and how he would find love, and he experiences so many ups and downs in life, and his viewpoint is very different from a lot of kids his age. It's also amazing, it's also beautiful how he captured every part of this young boy's life. I don't normally say this, but in terms of filmmaking, Boyhood really is a groundbreaking masterpiece. Like most of Richard Linklater's films, there isn't really a fixed or basic plot, but there is a story at its core, and the story basically follows this young boy, Mason Jr., who's played by Ellar Coltrane, and it shows his life from the age of 6 to the age of 18, and the struggles that his mother, who's played by Patricia Arquette, Olivia, she has to endure a lot of hardships because of the fact that she married Mason Jr.'s father, Mason Sr., at a very young age, and because of that she's made so many mistakes in her life. Her kids, however, are not one of them. She loves her children so much, and they're her first priority. And because of her constant mistakes and the mistakes she would soon make as Mason Jr. and his older sister, Samantha, who's played by Lorelei Linklater, Richard Linklater's actual daughter, they go through a lot of ups and downs together, a lot of which can be attributed to their mother's mistakes, but their mother is trying hard. She's trying so hard it really is killing her. She may have divorced her husband, Mason Sr., but she is still close friends with him, even though they still fight and bicker like they used to when they were a couple. And she has married 2 other men in her life, both of whom are drunks. And Boyhood takes a huge risk by delving into the issue of alcoholism and how one of her husbands suffers a severe case of alcoholism, and he can be very violent. And this guy, I didn't like him, but he felt very real because I've known people like this and how abusive they can be. What's so fascinating about Boyhood is that it's not just a story about this young boy, how he grows, the choices he makes in life, him trying to figure out what he wants to do and what he aspires to be. It's not just about that, it's also about life and how people experience different parts of life. We may see the world through Mason Jr.'s eyes, but we also get a understanding of the situation of both his mother and his sister, more so his mother. And guys, I kid you not, what's so scary and very strange about watching Boyhood is how the relationship between Mason Jr. and his mother Olivia, it reminds me so much of the bond I have with my own mother, and how Mason Jr. in more ways than one is kind of like like me, especially how he views the world in a very pessimistic way, because Mason Jr. sees everything in a negative light, kind of like I do, even now. Mason Jr.'s view on the world and what he wants to do, and him being somewhat lost and confused, everything about Mason Jr. reeks of me. And the fact that his mother is trying so hard to support him, love him, and can't seem to let go of him, that is so much like my own mother. And without giving away any spoilers, there is one scene in the film near the end in which Patricia Arquette talks about how she wanted to do more and she expected much more. As happy and proud as she is of both Mason Jr. and Samantha, she wanted more, and she didn't feel like her life would go by so fast, and she'd experienced the hardships that is life, especially as a single parent. Hearing her give that monologue to Mason Jr., who's about to leave for college, it really does remind me so much of my mother and the hardships she faced. And trust me guys, no one in life, especially where I live, ever believed I could accomplish or amount to anything. My mother, however, thought differently. She believed in me, she loved me, she supported me, she fought for me, she bled for me, and she really sacrificed a lot of her own happiness for me and my brothers, but more so for me. I can never truly thank her or to show her how much I love her, and deep down I do bear some hatred towards her. The reason I bear this hatred towards her for quite a while now is because we're not so close like we used to be, and because of that I became quite bitter, quite angry, and still very negative the way Mason Jr. is. But like Mason Jr., I'm constantly growing, as are many people, and trying to figure out what I want to do and how I may not have the ambition of a successful businessman or woman, but I'm just trying to figure out exactly what makes me happy. And so far guys, I am not happy, but I hope to find my happiness someday. It may be in someone, it may be in something. The one thing, however, I will never forget is how much my mother loved me and how much I love her. She may not know it, but I love her guys. I love her to death. There is no love greater than a mother's love, trust me guys. And yeah, I love my mother, and I love Olivia, the mother to Mason Jr. And Patricia Arquette is really amazing guys. She won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, rightfully so, as did Ethan Hawke, I believe, or I think he got nominated for Best Supporting Actor but he didn't win. And Boyhood was nominated for a lot of Academy Awards, only it did win the Best Picture Oscar. The award actually went to Alejandro González Inarritu's Birdman, which I was very disappointed by because I found Birdman to be quite sexist, to be honest, but that's just my personal opinion. I do think that it was a mistake that Birdman won and that Boyhood should have been the one to take home the Best Picture award. Richard Linklater's Boyhood is in every sense of the word an experience, and we get to experience the life of Mason Jr. with his mother, his sister, his father, and his father is played so well by Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke and Patricia Arquette are so natural in their roles as Olivia and Mason Sr. respectively. There were times watching Boyhood I almost broke down in tears guys. I did broke down in tears the first time I watched it, but no matter how many times I've seen the film, I always seem to get a few tears down, and it really is a truly beautiful story, a beautiful experience, and a beautiful journey we see through the eyes of this young boy, Mason Jr. The movie is nearly 3 hours long, and my mother did not like it, which is kind of ironic considering that this is a story about a mother raising her children. I love her deeply still, and I do recommend you guys watch Boyhood if you want. It's a really amazing movie and it deserves your attention. That's my review to Richard Linklater's Boyhood. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like, comment, subscribe if you wish, and do check out my gaming channel where I do Let's Play series, gaming content, all kind of good stuff. Until next time, peace out, take care, adios amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.